Hungry? Aren't you? Aren't you hungry? Come on.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Wouldn't you like a sizzling Whopper? Play.
Howdy y'all, welcome to Adventures of Kendall. In today's episode, it's gonna be a fun history lesson about the hamburger. It's gonna be a unique look into how a steak with its roots in German history became part of our popular fast food eateries. So let's get going and learn the story of the hamburger. Burgers have become a staple of the American diet. Whether it's been grilled on the backyard barbecue or picked up at the nearest fast food restaurant, we love hamburgers, whether it's a regular or double stack burger. We even love it so much that we're willing to complain about a burger if there's something wrong with it.
Where's the beef?
But how do we get to here enjoying this delicious meal? Well, the story of the hamburger is quite a fascinating one, so let's get into it. Now, the history of hamburgers is quite hazy and debatable since there's no clear documentation to chronicle its origin. However, many claim the earliest known hamburger patty was born in medieval times when Tartars, a band of Mongolian and Turkish warriors, placed pieces of beef under their saddles. The meat, tenderized when the warriors rode, would then be eaten raw, oblivious to the dangers of food poisoning. Because of this, we're going to stick to the more clear history of the hamburger with the arrival of German immigrants into the United States. During the German immigration into the United States, the Germans brought to New York this Hamburg steak tradition with them, which were usually typical seasoned, raw, or lightly colored beef. This recipe was brought to Hamburg from Russia sometime around the 14th century. It was in America that this raw, chopped piece of beef would evolve to become this succulent patty sandwich in a bun that we call a hamburger. Now, while it's been established that the development of the hamburger took place in the United States around the turn of the last century, there is a great dispute of what happened after the German patty arrived in America. And to prove this, I will share at least 4 of the stories that claim to be the origins of the hamburger. The most popular story of the hamburger is that of the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. It is the belief of most Texans that the credit for the first hamburger goes to Fletch Old Day Davis from Athens, Texas, who decided to try something new for once. Taking raw hamburger steak, he grilled it to a nice crisp brown and then sandwiched that patty between 2 thick slices of homemade toast and added a thick slice of raw onion on the top. Patrons loved the new sandwich so much that word of it spread like wildfire, causing Old Dave to open a hamburger concession stand at the urging of both family and friends at the St. Louis World's Fair Louisiana Purchase Expedition that year. He has also been credited to being the inventor of French fries, but that's a whole entire category of its own, and we'll get to that story in a later episode. Meanwhile, in New Haven, Connecticut, Louis Lunch, founded in 1895, has long claimed to be the birthplace of the hamburger sandwich. Around 1900, Danish immigrant Louis Lassen found himself out of steaks when a customer ordered a quick meal. Taking ground beef trimmings, Louis made a patty and grilled it, putting it between 2 slices of toast. This origin story has been amplified by Connecticut Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro and the Library of Congress. Another claim from 1885 comes from Seymour, Wisconsin, when Charlie Nargreen sold a meatball sandwich between 2 slices of bread at the Seymour Fair, or otherwise known as the Outergamie County Fair. And lastly, according to White Castle, Otto Kraus was the inventor of the hamburger. In 1895, he created a beef patty cooked in butter and topped with fried egg. German sailors later omitted the fried egg. As you can see, there's no consistent origin of the history of the hamburger. So from here on out, we're going to use the more established singular version. What is certain was that in 1916, the modern hamburger was standardized by Walter Anderson, a fry cook who was frustrated with using the standard sliced bread that fell apart. He created the squat, round, yeasty bun explicitly to hold burgers. Anderson would later become the co-founder of White Castle, which became the first fast food chain in the United States when it was founded in 1921 in Wichita, Kansas. Other milestones in the hamburger's history include the creation of the cheeseburger, with the oldest credit being the Right Spot in Pasadena, California, the double-deck cheeseburger, which was created in 1937 in Glendale, California's Bob's Pantry, later Bob's Big Boy, and the 1948 implementation of the Speedy system from McDonald's out of San Bernardino, California, which was created with a simple goal: have the burgers ready in 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. Convenient for anyone wanting a quick bite to eat, especially with the creation of drive-thrus that were made by other locations serving burgers, such as Baldwin Park's In-N-Out store. If you want to learn about specific burger chains, check out these episodes from Adventures with Kendall. They're quite the delicacy. And that was the very complicated story of how the hamburger developed in the United States. It was quite a mouth-watering adventure, wasn't it? Now, if you excuse me, I would like to go and have my own hamburger meal after making this episode. Now, before I go, I would like to ask, what is your favorite burger? Leave it in the comment below, because I want to know what your answer is. I hope you had a good time learning about the hamburger and see how it evolved into what we see now. And I hope I do more food-related episodes, because those are quite interesting to look at. But until then, see you later, folks, and may your gifts bless the world.